Okay, this video we're talking about functions, which are a special type of a relation. And you can look up in any math book, you can look up in the glossary what the definition of a function is. But I'm going to give you kind of like a quick way to tell. There will be no repeating x values. There can be the y values can all be identical, but you can't have any duplicating or repeating x values. Not so that's a relation. So none of the x values in the ordered pairs, in the mapping in the first ovoid, no repeating x values in tables or graphs. Notation, function notation. So when you're in pre-algebra and the first stages of algebra, you typically see y is equal and then there's an equation. Well, now that we're going to be introducing functions, you're going to be seeing f of x, or maybe you'll see f of g or f of m. These all essentially mean the same thing as y is equal to. It's just that this is pointing out that we're talking about functions, and we want you to think about the higher concepts that deal with functions. Okay, so when I'm talking about repeating x values, there is a special test besides just paying attention. Are there any repeating x values? When you go to graph it, you can take a vertical line. I forgot that once I start the video, this is no longer, well, maybe it is. Let's see. Nope, I'm not going to be able to get to move it. So, you do what's called a vertical line test. You really can take your ruler and you put it through the graph. If it only touches the graph at one point, and you do this several times, all throughout the graph, if there's never a place where it hits the graph twice, then it's a function. So let's look at this right here. In this graph, just in one vertical line test, it hits the graph twice, not a function. So if we do the vertical line test, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, this is a function. Come over here, goes through the graph 2 points, 2 points. As soon as it goes through the graph, even once at 2 points, it is not a function. And then the only other thing that I'm going to show you is the ordered pairs and tables. Notice in this ordered pair, repeat, all the x's are zeros. Look what happens if we graph them. It itself is a vertical line, not a function. And then when we put these ordered pairs into a table, see how they are repeating x values? So I'm going to go back. The biggest clue, the easiest way, if you can't remember the longer, more mathematical definition, to be fair, it's a more mathematical definition, but what you should notice is that functions will never have repeating x values. That's it. I hope it helped.